manufacture clothes?
Yeah.
Why?
Billy, back off, okay? What I'm doing doesn't concern you.
Of course it does. Everything you do concerns me.
Billy, please.
Mac. Is this because of the talk you had with your father? About taking off for the summer? I thought you weren't going to do that. Have you changed your mind? You can't leave now. Everything's changed. I keep thinking about you every minute. The great times that we're going to have together. The things we're going to share.
No, we can't.
Why not?
Because I'm not going to be here.
Wait a minute. You're not just leaving for the summer, are you? You're running away again for good.
Ash? Ashley?
Right here. Hope you don't mind we started without you.
Oh, do I mind? I was kind of hoping you guys would have the whole summer ad campaign worked out by now.
Well, we did come up with some ideas about camera placement and which rooms to use.
I was giving Ashley a few ideas on the technical stuff.
Yeah, how to set up website links to product information.
Maybe a contest or two?
We don't want the website just to be a place where people go to find out what the kids are up to.
Yeah, see, that's the hook. We gotta dazzle them with things to look at, buttons to push. I mean, that's what we're competing with on the internet.
Hey, this kid knows something about marketing.
Yeah, he sure does.
It's just common sense.
Yeah, and I suspect quite a lot of hours behind the computer.
You're a valuable resource. We're very lucky to have you.
I'm just glad to help. Hey, I just realized Billy never even joined us. What do you suppose he is?
Okay, good. Call me when the first pass is finished. Perfect. Till Monday, then. Bye-bye. Brittany, thank you for coming over.
Frankly, I was surprised to get your call.
Good heavens, why?
I figured you were mad at me for losing.
Oh, that's nonsense, dear. Wasn't your fault.
Mrs. Abbott, I felt terrible.
Of course you did. I should have been more sensitive instead of just thinking about myself. Frankly, I was worried about what it meant for Jabot. I am so sorry.
Please don't say it was only a high school prom. I'm a very competitive girl, Mrs. Abbott. When I set out to win something, I don't like to lose.
I'm a lot like that myself. Listen to me, Brittany. Things are really not that bleak. I think I've figured out a way for us to get back on top.
Are you saying even though the Queen thing was a bust, the commercial's still on? It's not a complete disaster?
Well, as a matter of fact, we were able to salvage the commercial, yeah.
That's great.
Well, hold on. And please understand this is not my fault. The others just forged ahead.
What?
Well, the commercial is still on, and you, of course, are still a part of it. It's just that the focus is not so much on you now.
Oh, no. Don't tell me Mackenzie is going to be the star now.
So here's where things stand. I'll go along with your terms. Not because I think you're right or fair, but because the family has enough problems as it is without me walking away from Newman Enterprises.
In other words, you're staying as a favor to me.
I'm staying for the sake of the family. So the question is, do you still want me to stay, or should I go? It's in your hands.
So, let's hear this idea of yours about our future.
When I was in Italy, I met this brilliant chemist. And he's developed one of the most astonishing and incredible cosmetic products I've ever heard of.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. What is it?
It's a revolutionary moisturizer. I mean, it goes way beyond collagen to return elasticity to the skin. This stuff does wonders for wrinkles. It's like a facelift in a jar. It could be a real breakthrough. And Mickey, if we play our cards right, it could be ours.
Hello? Anyone home?
I'm in the kitchen. Make yourself comfortable. I'll be right out.
Okay.
Hello there.
Hi. The door was open.
Well, I was expecting you.
Am I late?
No. Your timing is perfect. My special lunch is almost ready.
Oh.
And I trust you had a good morning writing.
Oh, well, that remains to be seen. I, made some changes to my outline based on your suggestions.
Really? Can I see them?
I was hoping you'd ask.
Really? I see. Okay. Thanks. Interesting.
What?
A source of mine just tipped me off about the Glow by Chabot summer campaign.
Good or bad?
Not good. Seems they've hired a video production team. Cutting-edge pros who've done music videos.
They're doing TV music spots?
I don't know the details, but it looks like they're going all out to capture the youth market.
Which means we have to come up with an immediate and strong response.
Any ideas?
I'm gonna ask my dad to double our ad budget. We've got to move fast on this.
You think he'll go for that?
At this point, I don't think he has any other choice when it comes to battling Jabot. Besides, I think he's in the mood to reward family loyalty.
I still can't believe your brother quit.
All the more reason why I'm glad you are back. You're the one person I can count on.
You know, son, I have to be very honest with you. There are times when I wish you had worked somewhere other than Newman Enterprises. Because then you would have learned not to talk to the head of a company in the tone which you're using with me right now.
I don't mean to be insubordinate.
Let me ask you something. Do you understand the meaning of the word respect?
I do respect you more than anyone in the world.
A very strange way of showing it, son.
Why? Because I won't back down? Abandon my own convictions?
Because you refuse to see the situation realistically.
Okay, so do you want me to leave?
Do you know how much it hurts me that you and I have this tone with each other? To answer your question, for now you can stay.
Whatever you say, you're in charge.
Please, don't make it any harder.
The hell I won't. What's going on, Mac?
I can't tell you.
Is this because of us? Because what happened between us? Are you scared of the way you feel or afraid of what this will do to Rao?
No.
Then what is it, Mac?
Look, can you just trust me and believe that when I say I have no choice, just let me go, okay? Please?
No. No way. You think I'm gonna let you walk out of my life? I can't do that, Mac. We have to talk.
We can't talk here. It's too dangerous.
Dangerous?
No.
Okay. Okay, we'll go somewhere else.
Someplace private.
Come on.
Well, it sounds very exciting, but you're just talking about one product. Is that going to be a big enough project for both of us to work on?
Nikki, we have to start out small. If we attack this on a larger scale, the Abbotts will shoot us down over financing.
That's true, you're right.
And this will keep me out of direct competition with Brash and Sassy, and you out of direct competition with your daughter.
It'll give me something important to do at Chabot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you and I will work very well together.
You think? What, are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised. It's just that lately there's been a little distance between us, and you and Ashley...
Nikki.
Well, it just seems like I keep interrupting the two of you lately, and I suspect that you're talking about more than business.
We have been.
Oh.
Look, Nikki, you know that Ash and I have been close for years. And we're both at a point when we could use a little comforting.
But is she still smarting over her breakup with Victor?
Apparently, she took it pretty hard.
Well, what in the world did she expect? To have a future with Victor while she carries another man's child? Surely even she could see that that's doomed from the start.
Nikki, I'm not going to get into this with you.
Just be careful. And if I sound a little bit jealous, maybe I am.
I really wish I knew what Chabot was up to.
No, we can't think about that right now. We have to focus on Brash and Sassy. We need something spectacular to pull us out of this downward spiral.
Something that's really going to shake up Global Chabot.
Yeah, and my mother.
Hey, hope I'm not interrupting.
No, come on in.
It's good to see you, man. Glad you're back.
See you too, Nick.
How's Trisha doing?
She's in London with her father. Don't know when she'll be home.
Oh, sorry, man.
So, how did things go with you and Dad?
Well, I reconsidered quitting.
You're giving up the idea to expand the coffee house?
You know me better than that.
So what does all this mean?
It means I've accepted Dad's demotion.
You're staying on at Newman Enterprises.
Yeah, for now.
Well, good. I'm glad the two of you are being at least civil to each other.
Well, more or less. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, I'm just glad you're staying, man. We can use your help.
Yeah, we've got our work cut out for us.
I'm ready to commit to it full time.
There's just one more thing.
What's that?
I hate to bring this up again, but I really need to know where you stand on what Mother has done.
Billy, you here?
He's not upstairs.
He's not in the study. He's not in the game room.
It's very strange that he would take off like this.
You know, I bet I know where he is.
Where's that?
He went to go see Brittany. Well, I hope so, anyway. That's where I told him he should go.
You told him to go see his girlfriend?
He hasn't called her since prom.
Why is he being so insensitive? And that poor thing, she lost out on being prom queen.
Yeah, she was pretty upset.
What's going on with him? What? You know?
No, I'm sure Raul's right. He's over at Brittany's.
Well, he should have contacted her before now, don't you think?
I'm sure he has his reasons. Somewhere you have to be?
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to go see Mac.
Well, don't let us keep you.
Well, Billy said she'd probably be sleeping in. She'd be awake by now, don't you think?
At this hour, I would certainly think so.
Yeah, look, I'm just gonna head over there. If you see Billy, you say bye for me.
Yeah, wait a second. Speaking of Mac, we still haven't even checked with her.
About?
Well, now that she's the prom queen, we've pretty much committed to altering the commercial.
She would be the star.
All right. Oh, that is so cool.
And that is if she agrees. You have no reason to think she might object.
Oh, no, she should be fine with it.
Okay, well, have her give us a call, will you?
I will. She's gonna be thrilled, trust me.
See ya. Okay, give it up. I picked up a vibe about Billy. What's going
Actually,
on?
hold that thought. I have an important phone call I have to make.
Well, I wouldn't say that Mackenzie is going to be the star exactly.
But she was crowned queen. She's gonna be the smiling winner, and I'll be a runner-up.
This is out of my hands, Brittany.
Then count me out. I am not gonna play a supporting role. And I'm not gonna play second fiddle to Mackenzie Browning of all people.
Wait just a minute, young lady. Let me spell something out for you.
What?
You signed a release. All of you kids did, and your parents. You agreed to be in this commercial. This is not something you can just pull out of.
Mrs. Abbott, don't push me. You know my father's a lawyer.
Look, this is not just about the commercial. Would you stop letting your ego run things? We don't have that luxury.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's not a one-shot deal. You know about the website idea, the summer campaign?
Yes.
Well, it's been approved. Now, you and Billy are a couple, and you committed to the summer campaign, and I will be damned if you're going to back out on me now.
What is this place?
My sister's old playhouse when they were kids.
And now?
It's been forgotten. Nobody ever comes back here. Well, you wanted privacy, now you got it. So talk to me, Mac. Tell me what's going on.
Look, it's really something that I shouldn't get into with you.
How can you say that? If something has hurt you, I want to know about it. I want to help you, Mac, please.
You don't want to know. It's best if you never know.
If it's doing this to you, I want to know. What's got you so freaked out, Mac?
Okay. It's your mom.
The Young and the Restless will continue.
Relax. You did a wonderful job.
Really, you think so?
The adjustments you've made are excellent. I think what you've done adds depth. Gives the reader another set of eyes to see the story through. I'm a big fan of having more than one narrative voice.
Yeah, it's not a device I've used before, but I thought that in this case it would be...
Your character goes through an incredible ordeal. This gives the reader a chance to just step back and
hear a more objective point of view. I mean, if one were to see the world through the eyes of a woman who's lost a child.
It'd be too painful.
Too stream of consciousness. Yes, too painful.
So, what else?
That's the main thing. I mean, the rest of details, you pretty much covered them.
There's nothing else.
Should there be?
Well, you're not remarking on the fact that I didn't change the end.
Look, Nina, I might be stating the obvious here, but this is writing. This is not math. There's no one right way to do it. There's not one answer. I offered an opinion. I made a suggestion. You disagreed. This is your call. This is your book. I accept that.
And you have no problem with that?
None whatsoever.
Really?
Really. But
Oh, I see. Here it comes. But?
I think if anybody here is having a problem, I suspect it's you.
Do we have to discuss this now?
Yes, we do. I want to know.
Why?
Because it's important. Look, Nicholas, I'm thrilled that you're staying on at Newman Enterprises. I'm sure you're doing it to try and keep the peace in a family that's already being torn apart.
Then let's just leave it at that.
We can't. What Mother has done is the ultimate betrayal. I'm a little upset that you and Sharon don't agree with me on this.
We're staying neutral.
You can't stay neutral. Mother is working for one of our biggest competitors.
Look, I don't like it that Mom works for Jabot, okay? You know that. But is this any reason to kick her out of the family? Because if we do that, sis, we are never going to get things back to the way they used to be.
So what do? We just ignore it? We just brush it under the rug?
Of course not.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Look, I know this is a family matter and I shouldn't get into it.
Well, then don't, okay?
Nick, if your mother wanted a job so badly, she could have gone somewhere else besides our chief competitor.
What my mother does is none of your business.
I was only making a point.
All right, why don't you just leave, okay? This is between Victoria and me.
I'll leave when Victoria tells me to leave.
Look, Ryan, maybe it would be best if I just talked to Nicholas by myself. I'm sorry.
I'll be in my office if you need me.
Okay.
How soon will you be approaching this guy in Italy?
Well, time change, probably tomorrow.
You gonna keep me informed?
Of course I'm going to keep you informed. We're partners now, right? Excuse me. I'll be right back.
My mother. What's she done now?
Are you really sure you want to hear this?
What? She come down on you for being voted prom queen? And for messing up her Jabot ad?
It's more than that.
That's not your fault, Mac. Is she taking it out on you? Is that what she's doing?
It's not just that, Billy.
Then what? Then what, Mac? Why is she on your case?
Us.
Us?
She must have seen us dancing at the prom. And she must have seen what was going on between us.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it was pretty obvious.
Well, I'm not surprised she noticed. I felt 10 feet tall. That's what set her off. She's scared you like this because she doesn't want us together.
I have a problem with the ending? No, you're wrong.
Okay. I've misread you. My mistake.
Oh, you know, you're saying that, but you still think that you're right.
You know, why are you being so combative? Just now, I thought you had a problem with something. Evidently, I was wrong.
No, you're not wrong. I do have a problem with something, but it's not the ending of my book. I mean, not really. I just...
And what is it?
You can be so exasperating.
Yeah, you know what I think? I think we're going around in circles here. I think we should sit down, have a nice meal, drop the whole thing, and, if I may say so, I've outdone myself.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yes? Something on your mind?
Your revenge as sweet as you imagine it would be? Or has it soured now that you know about your daughter's reaction?
Everything has to be about you, doesn't it? You really think I took this job to get even with you?
Are you denying it?
Of course I'm denying it. Couldn't care less about you or what you think about what I did. And if you've come here to gloat over our daughter's reaction, that's just really wonderful of you. Thank you.
The last thing I would do is gloat. After having seen my daughter crushed and bewildered because her mother betrayed her.
For God's sake.
You know that Victoria has had more than her share of problems. How the hell do you think she felt when she came home and realized that her mother is working for the enemy? She broke out into tears. Do you understand that? How the hell do you think I take any pleasure from that?
How dare you talk to me about what I've done to Victoria? What about our son? What about how devastated and heartbroken you have made Nicholas?
I can't believe this. I mean, I know you're not my mom's favorite person, but I never thought she'd come down this strong on you. Why can't you just be happy for me? I mean, you were so great.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, Mac. I think you're perfect.
I think you're perfect too, Billy.
We're not little kids anymore. Adults can't tell us how to feel.
And I agree with you. Except for where your mother is concerned. She is never going to accept my being with you.
Well, that's her problem. All right, sure, yeah, it bites big time. But we will get through this. Right? We won't let her get to us. Right? She can rant and rave all she wants, but she's only one person, Mac. Right? My dad and the rest of the family will not back her up. She can't keep us apart.
You're wrong, Billy. She can.
Look, this cream business is unfortunate, but in the long run, it's not going to be important. But if you pitch a fit over this commercial, my fellow executives will not take it well. So stop whining. Let's not worry about losing a battle when we can still win the war.
You're right. I don't want to mess up my chance of being part of the summer campaign. Sounds like it'll be fun. especially because I'll be with Billy. But Mac and Rao will be there too.
Well, unfortunately, there's no way we can get around that now.
You mean because she's the star of the prom ad? Will she be the focus of the summer thing too?
Oh, you're going to have equal time. I promise you that.
Maybe even more than equal.
Once again, you have proven that you are a bright and ambitious girl. You know how to negotiate. See, you know what you want, and you go after it, and you don't let one little setback stop you. I like that in a person.
Are we still just talking about the ad?
What else? So, okay, do we have a deal? Are you on board all the way?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. I'm glad for both our sakes. You'll make a fine representative for Globe by Chabot. But don't forget one thing. This is not just about selling a product. You will have another focus as well. You be sure and keep my son happy.
That goes without saying.
Good.
May I leave now?
Of course. So, Brittany, are you feeling better now?
You can't know how terrible this has been.
For me, too.
And on top of everything, I haven't heard one word from Billy. I was hoping he'd at least call and see how I was doing. But maybe it was my fault. I was in a pretty lousy mood after I lost out on being prom queen.
Yeah, perhaps that's the reason.
I'll make it up to him. I promise. Goodbye, Mrs. Abbott.
Goodbye, dear. Billy hasn't called her. I wonder why.
You don't like being reminded of what you've done to your son, do you?
What are you talking about?
He feels betrayed, Victor, over the way you reacted when he told you about expanding his business.
It's nonsense. It's an entirely different story.
Oh, I see.
Do I need to remind you that it was my son who abandoned Newman Enterprises? He decided to turn his back on me.
Okay, you rationalize it any way you want. The fact is the two of you have been at odds for months. I don't think that you really see how deeply you have hurt him. And if you do, you obviously don't care.
You know that's nonsense, don't you? You know that I deeply care about my relationship with my son.
Well, it seems to me that you're in the same boat with Nicholas as I am with Victoria, so don't lecture me.
Let me tell you why I came here. I came to give you a warning. There's still time to rectify the situation. But if this goes on, it may be too late to put our family back together.
What are you trying to say?
If you continue this nonsense, you will run the danger of losing your daughter, and you have no one to blame but yourself.
Remember what you were saying about people needing comfort? I think I could use a little of that myself.
Well, my compliments to the chef. You're right. You did outdo yourself.
Enough to deserve a reward?
Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, why don't we adjourn to the bedroom and I'll tell you.
Okay. No. Wait a minute. I want to clear the air first.
Clear the air.
I am having second thoughts about the ending of my book. I think that you're right. It needs to be changed, and it needs to be changed in the way you've suggested.
So why does that upset you?
Well, saying it is one thing, and actually doing it is another matter entirely.
What do you mean?
I don't think I can do it.
Why would you say that?
Truth?
Yeah, of course.
I don't think I have the courage.
I don't see why we have to agree on how we feel about Mom.
Obvious we're on different sides.
So what? She is living her life, we're living ours. Let's get back to business at hand.
Do I have to remind you that Brash and Sassy is fighting for survival?
And that's why I'm here, to help.
Are you? Because I have to trust that whoever's fighting with me is completely dedicated to the cause.
Okay, wait. So, let me get this straight. Now you're questioning my commitment to work here.
I'm only saying that in this situation, you're either with me or you're against me. And I'm tired of your waffling. I need to know where you stand on this, Nicholas, and I need to know now.
Well, hi.
Is Mac home?
I don't know. I just got home from shopping a little while ago. I haven't seen her, though.
Well, do you mind if I come in and wait?
Oh, of course not. Come in. Make yourself at home. I have to put the groceries away.
Mac, listen to me. You cannot let my mother's threats get to you. It's all just a bunch of noise.
She's serious, Billy.
What is she gonna do? She gonna ground me for life? Huh? Forbid me to see you? No way.
They are just empty threats. But she can back them up.
How? That doesn't make any sense.
She said that she would do anything to keep us apart. And she means it. Here.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
Well, I'm not sure exactly. But whatever it means, Joe's determined to drag my mother into this. And that can't happen. I just can't.
This fall, the best dramas are on CBS.
We got ourselves a manhunt.
Just because I'm in there wanting to rip the guy's head off doesn't mean I can't be impartial.
Concentrate on the evidence. For the best dramas, it's all here.
This place isn't going to know what hit it.
On CBS.